What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions, and we're picking up right where the last episode left off. We landed and delivered some goods at Cydonia, and while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and head into the base, hub, city, whatever proper, Cydonia proper, and we're gonna see if we can pick up some goods and or work. We got a little bit of credits after completing those two mission board quests, so we could potentially pick up whether it be 8 items, weapons, apparel, etc. We could pick something up maybe, nothing that's going to be like fantastic, but again maybe something that's better than what we already have. But also, in case you didn't know, this guy right here, not just a vendor, he also can give you a quest if you ask him about taking care of the shop basically and how it is on his own doing it. He'll say that he actually would like some help, and if you agree to help him out, he will give you a quest. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're just grabbing some 8 items, checking out what resources dude has. Whenever we eventually leave Cydonia and head back to our HQ that we're making over in Aquila, then I think we're gonna try to get some of those resources we were missing so we can add more to our base. But right to it here, trying to get these credits. We told dude we'd help him out. He said he's got a ship that's parked a ways away from the landing pads, and it has goods on it, but also there's a problem on the ship. And he's hoping that we can help him out with that. So if you haven't done this quest, highly recommend it. If you have done this quest, then you know it's heat leeches. We'll just spoil it right off top. So there is a ship parked out here. There's some corpses that are lootable inside the ship, and there is a whole bunch of heat leeches. So we ran. It's literally so far away. It was like middle of the night type dark. Look at this. Now we're back into the sunlight. It's so far away. I cannot wait to get a Rev 8 for us. But we finally make it, and once we land here and get up to the door, we're going to quick save and head inside. So, like I said, you'll find some lootable corpses laying around, a little bit of food items. There's a whole bunch of miscellaneous items. We were going to use one of our batons. I feel like it's going to be best to just go ahead and test out this new Frenzied 6.5 semi, and it's got a scope. I didn't realize it the other episode, but definitely going to be using this weapon for a while. I love it so far. I get it, these are only heat leeches, so you know what I'm saying, it's not like I'm really putting this weapon to the test right now, but it is a little consolation prize to me knowing what the heat leeches become, right? We won't spoil that just yet in case somehow you're watching this video and you don't know what the heat leeches can become or how they play significance to the overall world of Starfield. So I won't spoil it, except for the spoiler of knowing that they are relevant, right? But we cleared out all the heat leeches on that ship, and now we head back that long journey back to Cydonia, where we're going to let dude know, hey, there was a bunch of heat leeches on your ship, we took care of it all, cargo seems fine, seems undisturbed, whatever, and he gave us some credits for the efforts. So one more check at the inventory here that he's got, see if there's anything. I really need a new oxygen tank. Shout out TN's realistic oxygen meter, whatever. It's a super cool mod, very immersive, and I used up my oxygen, my one reserve oxygen tank I had on that ship fighting those heat leeches. So we definitely need to find at any vendor, wherever they may be, perhaps maybe it's at Reliant Medical, I don't know, but we need to find some extra O2 canisters for sure. But after we talked to dude, got paid for those efforts, we went ahead and went down into the residential area, and we talked to our little homie Renee, and they told us or asked us, hey, I got these cool posters of the awesome space frog. Do you think you can do me a solid and put these up all over the city. And yeah, heck yeah, dude barely, I mean, he gives you a little bit of credits. I feel super bad he does. You can just like I wish you could give the credits back to Renee. But doing this quest gives you the ability to place these space frog posters. There's like 6 variations at your outposts. And once we get the rings to decorate anywhere we want, we can place them anywhere we want. And even in the actual game itself, once you do the quest for Renee, the space frog posters will actually show up throughout the settled system. So we went ahead and knocked that quest out in the line. It's one of my favorite quests and rewards in the game. Highly encourage that you do that. But then we talked to Jane at Jane's Goods. Again, if you talk to that vendor and ask them how it is doing stuff on their own, they will give you a quest. Jane gives us a quest to track down her ship, the Berry Mule, and its pilot, Eric. And we also talked to Mitch. He's a dude that's just hanging out down in the residential area. And if you talk to him, he'll ask you if you can do a fetch quest for him. It's just looking for these books. And he pays pretty solid for the minimal effort that the quests are. And there's like 20 some, almost 30 some. So a pretty consistent source of income once you meet Mitch. And now we caught up with the Berry Mule. And my advice on this one is talk before trying to dock. And just let the dudes know that you're super cool and you don't mean any trouble. They'll let you dock. Once you dock, just let the Ecliptic know again, dude, you're cool, you don't want any trouble. You're not even tripping about the ship. You just, like, there's no reason for them to take in the pilot. And if you propose that, you don't even need to use the persuasion check, and they agree to it, you can uncuff Eric, and Eric will then follow you back to Jane. And I'll show you on screen in a second here what you can do as a final conclusion to that. But I had the suspicion I should check the self-bounty clearance board. Glad I did. Our efforts last episode against the Crimson Fleet definitely did result in a bounty. So we went ahead and took care of that. So that way next time we try to go back to the Key or anywhere else, we should be back in good graces with the Crimson Fleet, and hopefully they won't just start shooting on sight, right? But we come back to Jane, let her know, hey, Berry Mule, it's gone, just forget about it. But Eric's okay, and I guess at least in the grand scheme of things, that's what really matters, right? And we went ahead and grabbed some resources from her because, if I recall correctly, I'm only really needing aluminum. So I'm just going to grab some aluminum, check and see if there's any oxygen, and then need to find, there he is, slowly walking up behind us. If you talk to Eric after you complete the quest with Jane, then Eric will ask and you can offer if he wants to join your crew, and he's got some piloting skills, and that's really it. But right now, we will take it because he's in a bad situation but wants to do good. We're coming from a bad situation, trying to do good. Neither one of us really knows what we're doing in the grand scheme of things. We're just trying to do things the best that we can, or better than we have before. And I mean, check my man out. Get him out the flight suit, get him into some casual outfits. We gave him our old Silence 6.5, and I think the dude is going to be an awesome addition to the team. So we went ahead and headed back to HQ, put down a garage, just in kind of like a vision board type style. We're just hoping for that Rev 8, so maybe if we get the garage down, then, you know, it'll help us manifest that Rev 8, right? But Eric, since he's on the team, he needs his shack. To be fair, I haven't decorated the first shack, so I guess it's up for grabs whose shack is whose, but we got 2 of us that would potentially be at the base here, so we need a second living arrangement. The one outpost, fine for now. If we get another person out here, we'll get another outpost in. But yeah, all in all, pretty successful episode. We did some more missions, we got to know a new city, we got to get a new friend. This one doesn't have to live in a Pokeball thing, right? I am kind of a dummy. I didn't realize that I was out of iron So all of that effort that we just went through was legitimately just to get some aluminum, and I had tons of opportunity to get some iron, and I completely neglected to do so. Yeah. But I hope you liked the video. If you do, or if you did, I hope you press the like button. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think. Take care.